that time again. Time for everyone's favorite segment, the Couch of Answers. This is the first episode of the finale of this Vista vlog. This whole vlog has been part of a pilot program that was only supposed to run for 10 weeks, and those 10 weeks end this week. So I will be doing a couple of special episodes to commemorate this project and thank everybody for watching. Don't worry, I'm not going to stop vlogging altogether, but this chapter of the vlog is coming to an end, and I'm excited to see what fun I can get into in the new year. But before I end, I have a ton of questions that I still want to answer, and I wanted to get to a couple of those right now. The first one comes from my good friend Andre, who I met in Vegas. Do you like my shirt, Andre? Andre is the master of asking questions and just dialogue in general. I have never met anybody who asks better questions and is better at having a conversation. So thank you very much for the questions, Andre. So Andre asks how my experiences have impacted how close I feel to the people around me in my immediate space, the people from home, whatever that means, and people in society in general. And that's a really big question that I'm still trying to feel out, really. I would say that I feel closer to the first two, the people in my immediate community and the people at home, than I do to people in society at large. But I still feel a bit more distant from both of those groups than I'd like to. I'm new to this community, so even though people have been super welcoming, which I'm so grateful for, I still didn't grow up here. I've only lived here for a couple of months, so that's a thing, you know? I do feel close to people, but not like lifetime close. And at the same time, my home where I grew up is only 2 hours away, yet I don't quite feel that close to that community either. I mean, somehow those 2 hours feel like a world of difference, and even though I've gone to visit that community a decent amount, there haven't been a lot of visits from that community, so I don't quite understand why there's such a separation, but it makes me feel not as close to that community as I kind of would like to. And then society in general, that's a tough question. So this region that I'm living in, Eastern Kentucky and Appalachia, is a pretty unique place. It's a pretty special place. It's very special. It's very important to me and everybody who lives here, I would say. But I don't think that the general public understands this place. I mean, the media continues to write the same stories about this place that they always have. There have been a lot of representation issues, and even people who come from here, spend a lot of time here, kind of argue about what this place is all about, what it means to live here. So this community, this region, can be kind of insular in that sense. And I'm doing a terrible job of answering this part of the question, but basically, if anyone who's listening right now is interested in figuring out what I'm talking about, just come visit. That's really the only way to do it. I mean, my vlog doesn't do it justice. The news articles don't do it justice. You just gotta come here and check it out for yourself. My next question comes from my friend Hoden from Georgia. And Hoden asks, what has been my best or most enlightening experience in my travels abroad so far? Easy question. All of my experiences in Korea have been my best and most enlightening. I love Korea. I'm a huge fan of Korea. And once y'all are done visiting Appalachia, y'all should definitely go visit Korea, because it's also a super great place. And it's funny, both of the experiences that come to mind are kind of experiences of denial in a way. The one that I want to share about was this epic adventure that I actually wrote a whole blog post about that I'll totally link to in the description. But basically, I had visited this museum of Buddhist art at this beautiful temple in Korea, and I saw this symbol that really spoke to me, but I didn't take a picture of it. I mean, I drew a sketch of it in my notebook, but I just saw it and I liked it and I moved on with my life. But as my time in Korea continued to become more meaningful, that symbol took on a new light, and I really felt the need to go back and capture it and keep it, however I was able. So weeks after I've seen this symbol, I've been thinking about it. I can't get it out of my head. So on a free day, I hop on a train and travel all the way across the country to visit this temple. Mind you, I speak no Korean, so that in and of itself was a huge challenge. And basically, the point of the story is I finally get to this temple. It's been like this huge ordeal, and the exhibit is closed. And to say that I was like crushed would be an understatement, but at the same time, I didn't stay torn up for long because I recognized that the universe was giving me something, and it wasn't at all what I was looking for, but it was a lot to chew on, a lot to think about. And I'm still really trying to figure out what that experience means to me, but it was really powerful, and I'm actually still looking for that symbol years later. It's a lot harder to find here in the States due to the language barrier, and things like that aren't very searchable. But I knew in that moment that I had to take the long road to the symbol, and long it has been. So I'd say that was probably my best and most enlightening experience, because I didn't get what I was looking for, but I got something a lot better in this really like confusing, roundabout, beautiful, amazing, like really spiritual way. And the last question comes from my friend Eva in Texas. Eva asks, what has been my strangest interaction during my Vista service? And one stands out above all the rest. There was this big event actually here in Hazard, and a lot of important state politicians came to it, and a lot of community members. It was huge. And the CEO of all of AmeriCorps was there, actually. Her name's Wendy Spencer. And part of my requirements as a Vista is I need to have pictures of myself in service, and I thought, what better picture of me in service can I find than me like hanging out with Wendy Spencer, the CEO of AmeriCorps? So the event finishes, and my plan is to go and get my picture with Wendy. And of course, this is a pretty high profile event, so Wendy is talking with politicians, and like there's a lot of kind of like politicking stuff going on that I don't fully understand, because I'm just like entry-level Vista, like la-di-da, here for the photo op. So I wait for a while, and finally I get to hang out with Wendy, and that part was great. But what's hilarious is someone took a picture just of the crowd, and you can see me like lurking in the background, like as Wendy's talking to someone else, and it's hilarious. So that was definitely my strangest interaction, just because like the picture that came from it is hilarious. So that's everything for this last episode of The Couch of Answers. Thanks so much for all of your questions and for watching.